What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 127, and we start today's episode off with a game against Nuremberg here in the Bundesliga, which we simulated, because of course with just 5 games to go, we are, I'm not going to say one hand is on the trophy, but we're very, very close to getting it. And we took on Nuremberg, and I thought we'd win comfortably, and we ended up drawing the game 1 each, and Nuremberg got a player sent off, which is quite surprising, let's just say that, because Nuremberg are sitting in 9th, I think it is, and we are of course top of the table. We're just a couple of wins away from winning the title again. But, they had a man sent off in the first half. We also went behind in that game. Thankfully, our right back, Sebastian Young, managed to bail us out. But that was a really, really disappointing simulation because, we should have won that game pretty comfortably, in my opinion. But still, there you go. Anyway, we take on Manchester United for the first game of today's episode. And I should say as well, there's also another simulated game in today's episode. Now, I know I haven't been simulating games in this career mode. I know I've played pretty much every single one, other than, of course, the international games and also, well, international qualifiers and friendlies, and also the friendlies, the club friendlies. But I've decided to start simulating some games because, we're so close to FIFA 15 now, and I do want to play in the World Cup as well, just before FIFA 15 comes out, to end this series off with Germany. But, yeah, I won't be simulating too many games, just a few that are left. But still, we took on United, and the first goal of this game would be scored in the first goal of the game would be scored in the 3rd minute, and it came through Lasoga, and it was a really nice passing move from Schultz, starting at left back, who played the ball across the pitch and eventually worked our way up to Sydney Sam. Great little Berber spin, lovely cross in by Sydney Sam as well, and Lasoga heads it in too. So great header by Lasoga. It was such a nice goal, but it's I talked about it before. Crossing, in my opinion, is not as negative as some people make it out to be. Yes, it can get frustrating when you just have Walcott or Lennon running down the wing to cross it into Benteke on the team every single minute and every single attack. But sometimes crossing, in my opinion, can be quite good, especially when you do beat a fullback for skill and pace as well, and that's what Sydney Sam did there. Lovely Berber spin, a wonderful cross, and Lasoga headed the ball in. So 1-0 to us here, and in the 11th minute, Neuer did what David De Gea couldn't do, and that was make a really good save to deny a header. Very good stop by Neuer, and it's still 1-0. And in the 14th minute here, you see us get on the ball with Tony Kroos, who plays it back to us towards Marco Reus. Reus finds Schultz down his left-hand side, takes on Chris Smalling, gets himself inside, tried to catch De Gea out, but what a save that is by De Gea. I thought it was going to go right into the bottom corner, but it was a great stop by the Spanish goalkeeper, and it's still 1-0. And from the corner, Royce crossed the ball in, and Lasoga goes for the header, but it's another great save by De Gea, and then Sam's shot is blocked by Baxendale and cleared away. So still 1-0, and in the 34th minute, another corner here which misses everyone, and then at the far post, a shot by Flume as well, saved by De Gea. So De Gea with a couple of good saves here, and it's still 1-0. But really, in the first half, other than the one chance United had, it was all about us attacking and United struggling to defend. And as Lasoga beats Garay here, it's another great chance. He shoots, but again, it's a good save by De Gea, and he has to bail his side out again. He was really in a lot of good form, really. He had to make a lot of good saves, and again it's another great save by De Gea, but unfortunately you can't deny Tony Kroos from following up to make it 2-0 just 4 minutes before the break. It's a good finish by Tony Kroos on the half volley, but again, I feel sorry for the virtual David De Gea, really, I do, because his defence just weren't doing the job, and it's another great save. That was like his 5th good save of the first half, but his defence just aren't sticking tight enough, they aren't marking tight enough, and it's a really good finish by Kroos regardless. But still, Herder Berlin 2, United 0, and in the 42nd minute, direct from kickoff, United tried to respond. Nani skips past one, gives it back towards Chris Smalling. Smalling then plays it back towards his Portuguese teammate down the right hand side. He swings in across, and I tell you what, this is an absolutely brilliant header. The goal is credited by to Nani, the winger. Obviously it shouldn't be, but that's just how it is. Nani claims the goal, but we know it's a brilliant header by the man in the centre. But as you'll see by these replays, it wasn't actually Luis Suarez, of all players, playing for Manchester United. It wasn't Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan, the former Liverpool man. It was actually Matt Hummels, our centre-back. And I have no idea how on earth this happened. I was ramming circle trying to get the ball away, and instead, he just guides the header past Manuel Neuer and into his own goal. So that was a bit of a shock. I mean, I know I'm a bad defender and everything, but I'm surprised that, Hummels took it upon himself to actually head the ball past Manuel Neuer. It was a great header, don't get me wrong, by Hummels, who's clearly trying to prove to me that he should be playing up front for us. But even so, it's a goal for Nani. It should be an own goal for Hummels, really, but Nani claims the goal regardless somehow, and it's Herder Berlin 2, United 1. So United get themselves a crucial away goal here, out of nothing, really. And from our kickoff, we almost scored ourselves. Royce's strike strike was well saved again by David De Gea. So even though he was beaten 2 times already in the first half, he was still looking like one of the best players on the pitch. And then from the corner, Lasogga ends up hitting the bar. So De Gea doing everything he could to keep United in this game and in this tie. But in the 52nd minute, you see Cago across the ball in here. The header goes across the face of goal. Schultz collects it, but unfortunately for us, play stops, and it is a huge blow for both Germany and Hertha Berlin, because Goretzka, Leon Goretzka, our holding midfielder, a very versatile player. I've said before, he is one of my favourite players in this side. He is so underrated. He's an unsung hero. Unfortunately for us, he has broken his ankle, and that means that he will be out for the rest of the season, obviously, and he'll also be out of the World Cup as well. So I'm absolutely gutted, I really am, because, you know, Goretzka's been amazing since we brought him. He's grown like a machine. I've got no doubt in my mind he'd hit the mid to high 80s if we carried on this career mode for a few more seasons. He's such a great underrated player, but unfortunately for us, he picks up a broken ankle. He will be out for not just the rest of the season, but also for the Germany squad for the World Cup as well, which is such a shame. You know, it truly is. As Schultz hits the post here, and it's still 2-1. It's such a shame, because Goretzka, like, yeah, there are so many class German CMs, CDMs, and CAMs, and, you know, the wide areas for Germany aren't the best, but, you know, there's still some great players as well that are listed as natural wingers. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was always going to make room for Goretzka. You know, I was always going to put him in my Hertha Berlin side, even in my Germany squad for the World Cup. Even if he would be a reserve player, he only plays like 1 game, I was still going to play him and see how he'd do. But unfortunately for us, he's going to be out for the World Cup and the rest of the season. So I'm just gutted about it. I truly am. Because again, it's he's one of those underrated players, one of those unsung heroes, and it's such a shame. But there you go, he's out for the rest of the season and the World Cup. We did win that game by 2-1. Should have won it by more goals really, but De Gea was in fantastic form. We also hit the woodwork twice. But today's confirmation, Goretzka's out for 3 months, and that is a huge blow. It really is. But Toni Kroos as well is going to be out for 2 weeks. He pulled his calf in that game right towards the end of the game, but I couldn't find the highlights. Sorry about that. But Kroos will be out for 2 weeks. Not too big of a blow really, but even so, we took on Werder Bremen for the following game in the Bundesliga, and as you'll see, we did actually get Marian Sarr sent off in this game. We were going to win it by 2-1. Funny enough, that's you know, we had a man sent off in this game. We won it 2-1, and in the game against Nuremberg, they had a man sent off, and we couldn't get the win. It's bizarre. It seems like whenever I simulate a game, whatever team gets sent off has more of a chance of at least picking up a point. But still, we won the game. There's now, what is it, 3 games to go until the end of the Bundesliga season, and 1 more win, I think, or possibly 2 wins, will guarantee us the title. So that's why I've been simulating, because at the end of the day, it's so unlikely we'll fail to win the Bundesliga, and I just want to speed through to the end of this series, because of course FIFA 15 is right around the corner. I know not many people are interested in watching FIFA 14 videos anymore, and so I just want to get it done as quickly as possible, get a few more videos out, such as web app videos, and well, it depends on when this video goes up. I've already done a web app video, but still get a few more things out for FIFA 15, such as, you know, career mode teams, straw polls, and so on. And that's why I'm sort of going through as quickly as possible. But anyway, we take on Manchester United for the second and final game, obviously the Champions League semi-final second leg. And after winning the first one by 2-1, it did mean if United scored, we'd have to score on the night as well. But they didn't need to score the first goal because we did it for them. We scored in the 23rd minute. It's another goal for Lasogga. It's another header for the big beast up top from a cross. And it is 1-0 already. So United, who had to score, they now need to score twice as well. So we go in front. It's a good finish by Lasogga. Another great header after another great cross. And we are 1-0 up here in Manchester. In the 37th minute, Nani's crossing was met by the head by Luis Suarez, but his header went wide of the post and out for a goal kick. So Suarez couldn't do what Lasogga did and head it past our goalkeeper, and it's still 1-0. And in the 50th minute, Neuer collects the ball down the right hand side here. We dribble out of our box and fire to Cindy Sam. Sam collects the ball, gets past his man with a fake shot, plays it to our right back Jerome Boateng, who takes on Baxendale, gives it to Sidney Sam. Sam takes on Phil Jones down the right hand side, beats him with the Berber spin, tries to shoot. It's a good save by De Gea, but I'll tell you what a goal this is by Kevin Volland. Absolutely fantastic. I've talked about underrated players and unsung heroes of the team. This is definitely one of them, you know. He signed a new contract in the last episode after we doubled his wages, and he marks it with an absolutely brilliant goal, which is going to see us go through to the Champions League final, because of course now United must score 4 4 times even because of the away goal ruling, or else we're going through. So brilliant volley by Kevin Volland with his weaker right foot as well. It beats 3 defenders trying to head it and block it close to the goal line, and also De Gea, who was in really good form as well. So what an absolutely brilliant volley by Kevin Volland, and it's 2-0 to Hertha Berlin. We're through to the Champions League final now. United did have a chance for a consolation goal, but they spurned it with Luis Suarez, and the score remained 2-0. However, they would get a goal back with just a few minutes to go. However, as you'll see with the goal scorer as well, you know, it wouldn't matter. So there you go, get it, because it was Mata that scored, and it wouldn't matter. It's a play on his name. This is no laughing matter. Okay, seriously. Okay, I've done it again, haven't I? Still, we won the game by 2-1, and yeah, we are through on aggregate to the Champions League final by 4-2. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, because it's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.
It hasn't always been pretty, but they put the hard yards in, and I think they deserve it, Martin.